the student leaders who are here. We have Hussein Umar Kagargo, the President of Environmental Design Student Association. The faculty representative, ABU SRC, Usman Abdullahi. The speaker, SRA, ETSA, Tolu Jacob. The President, Aba Regional Planning, Mustafa Lawa. The ETSA clerk, Musaf Mujaddadi. Then from Fine Art, we have Precious Lazarus. Other names are struck. Do I still call the names that were struck? Okay, thank you very much. Master Salazar, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, like I said in the opening statement, this orientation is geared towards preparing our students, which partly the ABU anthem has said it also. So may I most respectfully invite the Dean, Faculty of Environmental Design, Professor Abdullah Abubakar, to give us a welcome address. So I am told that you have 10 minutes to put the welcome address. Thank you. May the peace and blessings of God be upon you all. The Vice Chancellor, sir, ably represented by the Dean Student Affairs in person of Professor Sahal Junaid, the Director, Counseling and Human Development Center, the heads of departments of the Faculty of Environmental Design. We have Dr. Gafar Olaya Mudashi. Please stand up for recognition, sir. We have Professor Ismail Safi, sir. Please stand up for recognition. We have Professor Samuel Azua, sir. Please stand up for recognition. We have Professor Gangas Chindu, sir. Please stand up for recognition. We have Dr. Aminu Mohammed Abdullahi, sir. Please stand up for recognition. That's industrial design. Sorry, maybe when I was mentioning the names, I was so carried away. Gio Gafar is for architecture, Ismail Zafi for fine arts, Samuel Azua for geomatics, Chief Professor Gangas Chindo for quantity surveying, Dr. Aminu Abdullahi Mohammed, that's industrial design, and then we have the HOD Urban and Regional Planning, Professor Yakubu, ably represented by Dr. Balogun, sir. Please stand up for recognition. The faculty officer, Mrs. Aisha Aliu, please stand up for recognition. The faculty orientation officer, Ma'am Balarabe, please stand up for recognition. The Assistant Dean of the faculty, have allowed him to be second to the last. Please kindly stand up for recognition. The Dean Student Affairs is wearing two caps, and I reserve him for the last in the hierarchy for obvious reasons. Dean Student Affairs is a friend of this faculty, and whatever we do, the Dean Student Affairs, of course, overall he has to be everywhere, but he gives special
particular emphasis. And today the Vice Chancellor said, probably knowing that he's a friend of the faculty, said he should ably represent him. Sir, we are welcome to this event. Our distinguished deans and directors here present, the Chief Security Officer, professors of the faculty and the university, other senior colleagues, our faculty members, both teaching and non-teaching, our dear students, good morning. You know, I was given 10 minutes. So for me to be able to do it within 10 minutes, let me read the address. Thank you very much for reminding me. I have only 10 minutes. So, good morning, our dear students, our freshers. Good morning once again. It's a pleasure to have you here. I'm glad that even our Vice Chancellor acknowledged that he thought he's here, he's going to be the first person before 10. But now, when he looked back and he realized all of you are here seated, he was highly impressed. He told me that he's highly impressed that at least you are coming at this early stage. It's good you have this concept of timeliness, that time is critical. So good morning once again, and please clap for yourselves. It is with great pleasure and a deep sense of pride that I welcome you to the Faculty of Environmental Design at the prestigious Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Today marks the dawn of a transformative journey. By standing here today, you have successfully navigated a highly competitive selection process to join one of the most respected faculties of its kind in Africa. I heartily, fully congratulate you on reaching this significant milestone. You are joining a faculty that does not only teach, we cultivate leaders who shape the world. The history of Nigeria's development is intrinsically linked to our alumni. Our graduates have reached the highest echelon of service, including a former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, numerous state governors, ministers, and ambassadors. So, by His grace, I'm addressing presidents and ministers this morning. To illustrate the global reach of our training, I must share a recent joint point of pride highlighted by the Director General of the World Trade Organization, in person of Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. You know, she came here to receive the honorary doctorate, and she happens to be our pre-convocation, that is the 45th convocation, pre-convocation lecture presenter. She presented her paper, and at the course of presentation, she informed us, she spoke of distinguished alumnus of this university, and in particular, she mentioned his name, one of an alumni of our faculty in person of Professor Rashid Sumaila. Though he graduated with a degree in quantity surveying from ABU, which is this faculty, his expertise in ocean economics led him to conduct groundbreaking research on harmful fisheries subsidies. His work was instrumental in aiding the World Trade Organization to resolve critical sustainability issues and negotiate new global agreements. This demonstrates that the foundation you receive here is not a limitation. It is a launch pad. Whether in the built environment or global sustainability, our alumni are solving the world's most pressing problems. Furthermore, our faculty administrative depth is evidenced by the fact that both the immediate past Vice Chancellor of our current and our current Vice Chancellor are distinguished members of this faculty. So somehow, I'm speaking also to our future Vice Chancellors. This underscores our central role in steering the affairs of the greatest university south of the Sahara. What makes this faculty unique is our multidisciplinary character. We are surrounded by future colleagues from 8 interconnected disciplines: architects, the visionaries of space and form; builders, the masters of structural integrity and safety; fine artists, the soul of our culture and the critical eyes of our visual world; geomatics, providers of the precise spatial data upon which all development rests; glass and silicate technologies, the bridge between material science and functional art; industrial designers, innovators of products that solve human problems; quantity surveyors, guardians of value and managers of construction economics; urban and regional planners, strategists of sustainable cities and organized human settlements. The built environment and the creative arts must work in harmony. I encourage you to start building those professional bridges today. To ensure you have a supportive learning environment, the faculty is collaborating with the Director of Counseling and Human Development to institute a structured mentoring program. The transition to professional studies is challenging. Do not walk with this path alone. Identify mentors among the senior students and staff who approach your heads of departments to formalize a mentor-mentee relationship. Guidance is a shortcut to excellence. Because much has been given to this faculty, much is expected of you. You are the nation builders of the near future. As we navigate the freedom of university life, I urge you to exercise it with wisdom. In this faculty, studio culture is our heartbeat. It requires long hours and thick skin for critiques. Embrace it as the crucible of your growth. Uphold academic integrity. ABU has zero tolerance for examination, malpractice, and social vices. Protect the character part of your degrees as fiercely as the learning. Innovation and vision. Do not just follow the curriculum. Look at the challenges of the climate change, housing deficit, and urban decay. As Professor Sumaila proved, your discipline can provide solutions to global crisis. In conclusion, your stay here will be demanding, but it will also be the most rewarding years of your life. You have the potential to be the next Vice Chancellor, President, Ministers, or a world-renowned professional. Our doors are always open to guide you. Welcome to the Faculty of Environmental Design. Welcome to Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Thank you for listening, and God bless you all.
I think the Dean deserves a much more roaring and rousing round of applause, except if you have not listened to him attentively. His speech was full of stuff for you, gingering you as future this, future that. Please put your hands together for the Dean. Vice Chancellor, sir, with your kind permission, may I recognize the presence of the branch manager of our Guarantee Trust Bank, who is no other than Abdul Fatai Jayola. He is going to speak on financial literacy to the student. So please come to the high table first. Take your seat. Now to the program. I would like to invite our guests for their brief remarks. They are also being given 10 minutes each to speak. And I would like to start with the Director of Counseling and Human Development Center, who is ably represented by Malam Ibrahim Usman. Malam Ibrahim Usman.
Good morning. The Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Dean Student Affairs, Professor Sahalubi Junaid, the Dean Faculty of Environmental Design, Professor Abdullahi Abubakar, the Registrar, Malam Rabiu Samaila, the Acting Chief Security Officer, ably represented by Mr. Edache, Faculty Orientation Officer, the person of Malam Balarebe Husseini, all heads of departments, student representative, ABU SRC, faculty president and executives, our financial lecturer, Mr. Abdul Wahab from GT Bank. Please permit me to respectfully stand on the already established existing protocol. I stand here before you on behalf of my able and amiable director, in person of Professor Hadiza Ahmed Tukur, who is unavoidably absent due to another important assignment. I remain Malam Ibrahim Usman from Counseling and Human Development Center. At this juncture, let me just build a little before I continue. While our father, the Dean, was making his welcoming address, he made some two important points which keeps me, I feel just glad that he has already passed a message which in my speech I will. He says guidance is a way. Who can remember, please? I want to make sure you people are participating because this event, this program is very important. I want each and every one of us to stop pressing his phones and pay attention to this important event. If you miss the central orientation and you are about to miss this, you have missed completely. There are important things that you will not get anywhere else unless in a gathering like this. I want you to pay attention. Please, while Prof was making his remarks, he made a statement. Guidance is a way of. Anybody? Good. This gives me the full assurance that we are together. Please pay attention. Guidance is just a shortcut to success. It's a way to success. So please, Counseling and Human Development Center is there for you. Thank you very much. At this juncture, permit me to, on behalf of the Counseling and Human Development Center and my amiable director, to welcome you to the prestigious Ahmadu Bello University and wish you a successful stay in this prestigious institution. Let me just make this clear. You see, you are the luckiest people. Thousands of people apply for this, and just few of you were selected. At least for that, you should be grateful, you should be happy you have been among the people that were selected. So it's a great opportunity for you. It's a very great chance for you to make us proud. You see, these orientation programs, it sensitizes you and orients you on how to live even in campus, how to face your academics. At the Counseling and Human Development, we have several services that we can provide for students. These services are in form of academic guidance, we have personal social guidance, we have career or vocational guidance. That's why under the center we have two units. We have career service unit and we have disability support unit. Our offices are located in the two campuses. Samaru and Congo. The one in Samaru is just here directly beside, opposite the basketball court. So please, orientation is very important. You come, you listen. You listen and you make use of what you've heard. What you've heard is very important. It will assist and guide you throughout your stay in the university. Anything that will be said here today is important. Like I said earlier, if you miss the orientation, the central orientation, this is the great chance for you to learn something. And maybe at the departmental orientation, you may grab one or two things, but the important one is the central and the faculty orientation. So I urge you to please pay attention, listen, and put into use what you have learned at this program and throughout the period of the program. I want to, on behalf of the Counseling and Human Development Center and the director, once again congratulate you for this great opportunity. I welcome you to the most prestigious university in the sub-Saharan Africa. May Almighty Allah make it easy for you and may He see you throughout academic pursuit. I wish and pray that we will all graduate with first class and second class. Wish you the very best in life. Wish you a successful academic journey. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
Yes, I have no doubt that 100% of what you have said is committed into your heads. Am I right? So, congratulations. Vice Chancellor, sir, permit me to recognize the presence of Professor Dadu, who is representing Professor Eddie Abdul Aziz, the head of Department of Building. So you are most welcome. And the head of Department of Glass and Silicate Technology, Dr. Y. Abdullah, is with us now. So you are most welcome. By way of protocol, the Dean Student Affairs Division, being the representative of the Vice Chancellor on this occasion, would like to merge his speech. But still, I have to respect the protocol. The fact that the Dean today is the VC, I will not invite him to talk. He will speak last, like the protocol stipulates. So when it is time for the Vice Chancellor to give his speech, that is when the Dean Student Affairs Division will give his one, then he's going to march, or he's going to speak, or like the Dean has also said, the fact that he's wearing two caps. So I would like to now invite the Acting Chief Security Officer of the University, Malam Ashiru T. Zongo, ably represented by Odache. Sit there. He was here earlier. He has stepped out. The representative of the Acting Chief Security Officer. So I will go ahead and call for the representative of the registrar. So, given the development, may I most respectfully invite the Dean Student Affairs Division, who doubles as the Vice Chancellor, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, to give this presentation.
Thank you, MC. I think, I hope this is not planned so that I must speak at this hour. The Dean of Environmental Design, my good friend. First of all, I will speak as the Dean, and then at the end, I will wear the VC's cap, as they say. So the Dean of Environmental Design, who permit me to stand on the protocols already carefully established by the Dean. So I join the Dean in thanking all the distinguished participants on this side of the table, and most importantly, our students of environmental design. Like the Dean has said, actually, I could not hide my appreciation when I came here and I found I stepped in about 10:01. And when I came here, the hall was almost as it was at that time. And I really commend. I was asking the Dean, how did you manage to get all the students seated before 10? And he was telling me all the efforts. So I think this is a very good omen for our students and for our university. So congratulations. Because time is actually money. If we fail to manage our time, then time does not wait for anybody. There are many other aspects that I think I cherish the faculty, and I wish I'm a member of that faculty. I know I'm a member by association, but we are planning to catch up with you and perhaps to be better than you soon. Yes, there are so many things actually that I know the faculty, many things that I can list that I know that this faculty does, that impress me. Long time ago, in fact, before I knew the current dean, I was talking to somebody about the process for electing a dean. I was a dean for a brief period in physical sciences, my faculty. And I was thinking that I should amend the process. But when I talked to somebody that time, as I said, this is before the current VC was VC, and before I knew this dean. And somebody told me, no, in environmental design, this is how we do it. I said, oh, that's great. He said that, no, he said, when you come to be dean, it's not automatic. There are criteria that you have to follow, including participation in faculty boards, which I find it very important, because if I don't attend meetings, I don't think I should just come one day and say I want to be VC. So congratulations again for this. Recently, also another thing we had a disagreement in our faculty on something. This one I will not say what it is. And then somebody told me, in fact, the dean, the director, academic planning told me, oh, we had similar thing in environmental design, and this is how they solved it. So, oh, I wish I knew this so that we could also have solved it that way. So congratulations, environmental design. I think you are doing well. Even in Senate, you are usually commended for many good things. So congratulations. And to the students, I also have a brief remark. I think the dean and the counseling man have said it all, but I have a few things that I want to say. So I say in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I say to the students, I congratulate the Dean, Faculty of Environmental Design, and the heads of department, members of the university management here present, and our proud new students. That is the fresh intake of 2025-26 academic session of the faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. So it is my pleasure as Dean of Student Affairs to welcome you once more to this great university. Like we said during the central orientation, gaining admission into this university and this faculty is not a small achievement. We would have had the statistics given by the Vice Chancellor. So many people have applied, but only a few of you have gotten admission. So this achievement reflects your determination, academic promise, and readiness to take the next step in your educational journey. You are therefore welcome into a community that values knowledge, discipline, innovation, and responsible citizenship. Orientation programs like the Central and this one are designed to properly introduce you to the academic, administrative, and social environment of the university. I know some of you were taken around to see some places in the university, including so it's not only academic, some of which my colleagues here or later will discuss in more detail. So this is your opportunity to to understand the rules and regulations that guide your conduct, the academic expectation placed upon you, and the numerous support services available to help you succeed in this university. The undergraduate student handbook is available on the university portal. It is a useful resource. It is a useful source of information that will guide your stay in the university. As students of Faculty of Environmental Design, you are entering a field that is dynamic, competitive, and central to global development. The skills you acquire here, if combined with discipline, creativity, and ethical conduct, will position you for meaningful contributions to society. Be informed that academic excellence alone is not enough. Character, integrity, and respect for institutional values are equally important. The Dean has already said that he is addressing presidents, vice chancellors, and what have you. He's not joking. Once you stand by all of these, the sky is your limit. Let me emphasize that the university places high value on discipline and global and good conduct. You are expected to obey all institutional rules and regulation, respect instituted authority, and maintain peaceful coexistence with fellow students and staff. Acts such as examination malpractice, which the Dean has said university has zero tolerance for, and cultism, drug abuse, harassment, vandalism, and other forms of misconduct will not be tolerated, and they attract appropriate sanctions. So we implore you to shun all of these bad practices. I urge you to shun negative influences and focus on the purpose for which your parent sent you here. The Student Affairs Division exists to support your academic, personal development, your development in all aspects. So through guidance and counseling services, student welfare units, clubs and associations, sports, health services, leadership development programs that we do in liaison with other directorates and centers, we are committed to ensuring that you have a fulfilling and well-rounded student experience. Do not hesitate to seek help whenever the need arises. We are always there for you. I also encourage you to manage your time wisely. Attend lectures regularly, engage in practical learning, and make responsible use of the faculty facilities. While the internet offers vast opportunities, misuse of digital tools can be harmful to your studies and personal development. Consult your departmental registration officer to avoid missing out a required course registration that may cause confusion during or after examination. This is particularly very, very important. Many students, from our interaction with students, they give their registration to other people to do for them. Please make sure you don't do that. You are students of this generation, of the X-Gen. So try to make sure that the use of technology, all your registration are done by you. Or if they have already been done by somebody, make sure you check to make sure that you are registered. All the courses you should register, not until examination and you realize that a course course or two have not been registered. So dear students, success or failure of your stay here depends largely on the choices you make from today moving forward. Be focused, be disciplined, be curious, and be determined to succeed. Surround yourself with positive peers and mentors who will inspire you to be a better person. In conclusion, I commend the Dean and staff of the faculty for organizing this orientation program. I urge you, the new student, to pay close attention to all presentation success in your studies, protect you from harm, and make you among those who use knowledge for the benefit of humanity. Congratulations. So, as the Vice Chancellor, I will reiterate what the VC has said. He welcomed you. He also urged you. And you know that if you hear what students say that the Vice Chancellor is the Vice Chancellor has introduced a novel, wonderful practice of meeting with students. All these things we say, our doors are open, you can hear from us. The VC has introduced what he called lunch with the Vice Chancellor, where students, last time it was done here, it will also be done this year, God willing, where VC met with students here, so that he can hear from them directly anything that students have that concern them. But last weekend, the VC called me, Saturday, said that I should, of course, when I told him I was at home, he said, okay, when I come out, we will do something. But later he didn't call me. I called him, said, no, I just wanted to find out if you are here so that we can go around the hostels, so that we can hear or we can see anything that is there in the hostel which we are not aware of. I think this is great. This shows that the Vice Chancellor is really has students at heart. And every weekend you will see him go around places without informing anybody, so that he hears from students. So take this opportunity to interact with the Vice Chancellor, to tell things that you cannot tell anybody. In the student affairs, of course, that is, our doors are also always open, because we are here because of the students, because of you. If you are not here, we are not employed. So therefore, we take students very, very seriously. But that also doesn't mean that we take anything that students take. Well, these students, you are our children, but some of the things that are said to be done by you are not believable. That is why whenever we say, we say that you should do the right thing. If you do the right thing, we will also help you to make sure that the right things are provided for you and for your success here. So on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, I welcome you, and I urge you to listen to all these presentations and to make sure that you take the best out of them, and to make sure that as you enter here the first year, I'm sure you have plans for yourselves within the years that you are going to stay in the university, and also after graduation, because it's only through plans that you achieve your goals. So as you come here, I'm sure it's good that if you have not written, from today, write the class of degree that you want to get, so that you start from today. What type of degree you want to get? As a lecturer, when I enter a class, I tell all the students that everybody has A. So on the first day, I have given everybody A. Depends on you to hold that A or to let it sleep. So I urge you, as you are today, aim for the best degree, so that eventually, if things happen, you may slip down a little bit. So what I'm saying, plan for your activities in the university and plan for your activities even beyond the university, so that it helps you to achieve maximum success and also to help you avoid draining and entering an unknown domain. So I congratulate you once more, and I wish you success for your stay in Ahmadu Bello University. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Before, with your kind permission, Vice Chancellor, sir, imagine how strict I was to respect the protocol. But the representative of the acting university chief security officer is here. And with your kind permission, I would like to invite him to also make his presentation. But before that, sir, permit me to also recognize the presence of the Dean Faculty of Life Sciences, Professor Mariam Amin. So now I have the honor to invite the acting Chief Security Officer of the University, Malam Ashiru Tizango, ably represented by Edache Cyprian Doma. Please listen attentively.
Thank you. The Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Dean Student Affairs, Dean of the Faculty. At this point, I will beg for you to permit me to uphold the already established protocol, sir. Thank you, sir. Good morning, every member of the High Table. And our dear fresh students, good morning. Let me say I'm sorry for stepping out. It was an emergency call. I needed to go and attend to something. And I learned I was called earlier to present. I am here to talk about security on campus, sent here representing the Chief Security Officer of the university, in the person of Malam Ashiru Tizango, who is away on other duties, official duties. The University Security Services is a service rendering unit with the primary responsibility of protecting the lives and property of ABU in its entirety. And our physical location, our headquarters is sandwiched in between the ABU bookshop and the ASU Secretariat, opposite IDR. And we have our outposts all over the faculties, the halls of residence, and even down to some departments. I'm sure some of you have seen where our outpost is in your faculty. And we also work hand in hand with all the external security agencies, that's the Nigerian Police Force, the Civil Defense, the Nigerian military, the NDLEA, and all of that. We have a very working relationship, a very sound working relationship with every one of them. And like I said, the primary responsibility is to protect lives and property. And to do that, we do that through physical presence in critical areas like our access points and some other flash points within the university. We also collect intelligence and we work on it. And we carry out what they call patrol. And we do foot patrol, vehicular patrol, and all of that. Additional to that, we are responsible for providing security coverage for management programs and also student-approved programs. Students, I say, mind the word, programs that are approved for students to carry out, because ABU has zero tolerance for unlawful gathering or unapproved programs. We also ensure that we provide identity card for every member of the university community. We are also responsible for settling disputes between students and students, between students and staff, and between staff and staff. And our coverage also reach out to our students off campus because we work hand in hand with the local security formations and the police, Nigerian police. So as students of AB, even if you are staying off campus, be rest assured that we are always there to reach out to you if there's a need, if there's an emergency. As you stay on ABU campus, I'm sure you familiarize yourself with the activities of the Ahmadu Bello University Security Services. I want to assure you that we are here for you. We are your friends in the real sense of the word, not the way you used to hear it before you came to ABU, because some people will say that the police is your friend, but when you go there, you see something different. Apologies to police people around here, but that's the general mentality. But as for ABU security, we are here to ensure that you get that conducive, that peaceful, safe and secured environment to do your studies and research and succeed with flying colors. Talking about security on campus, we are not saying that ABU is free of security challenges, but the major security challenges we face here, let me just highlight a few of them. The issue of theft. Theft is very rampant on our campuses, ranging from the halls of residencies to the academic areas, and even those that stay off campus, they bear a lot of the brunt of theft and breaking in. And that is because out there in Samaru, there are a lot of miscreants that are troubling our students. And we are thanking God for our management, and they are making a lot of effort to ensure that the majority of our students are accommodated within the campus. So we are hoping that more hostels will be springing up soon, and that will help everyone, both the security and even the students. We also encourage our students that because of the issue of theft, ensure that you secure your valuables properly. In the hostels, you have lockers. Get a very good lock for these lockers and put your stuffs there and lock it up. In the classrooms or reading places or in library, ensure that your eyes are on your phones and your laptops. If you have to doze off, because what we realize is that sometimes nature will call, you came to read, but maybe you have not rested, out of fatigue, you slept off, and somebody sneak away with your phone or your laptop. So we even encourage our students that while you need to take that nap, maybe your hand should hold your backpack or your phone should be on your front pocket. At least anybody attempting to take it, you will know. And there's another racketeering now that where there is a charging point, somebody will bring an extension with many points, and students will come and plug their phones, and maybe any little distraction, this guy will collect his extension, collect the phones and devices, and go away with it. So we encourage our students to ensure that you don't fall victim for these things. And also exam, I'm sure they have spoken to you about exam, that devices are not allowed into the exam venue. So we encourage our students not to even come with these devices, because there are a lot of things happening. You carry your backpack with your laptop and your phone, you keep it. Another person will come with a backpack, an empty backpack, and keep it, and pretend he too is writing exam. Or possibly we have had cases that the person is also a student, but because he knew the value of that guy's laptop, a laptop that was worth about 500,000 with a phone of about 400,000, he quickly finished his own exam, rushed out, took that guy's laptop bag and went away, leaving his own that contained virtually nothing. So that's why we encourage our students. There are a lot of ways that these thieves are devising, and bad enough, we have realized that amongst us, the students, we have them. So please take very good care of your properties and yourself. Then we have issues of drug and substance abuse. is common among the youth generation of our time is a situation that both the male and the female are using. It used to be that male are known for this thing, but these days female too are getting into it. And they are being encouraged by some superstars, like people like Naira Marley, who tell you that it is good, that it gives you sense. Abi? Science students, all of you know the song. But that is a delusion. We don't encourage our students to either possess or use. And if you are already given to using, the medical center, the guidance, the counseling and human development, the security services, we are here to help you de-escalate so that you'll be free of these things. That's why they're encouraging you to plan your life so that you can depend on your natural system to do your work. Don't use enhancers, don't use any substance to enhance your performance, because along the line you get used to it, you get addicted, and you get to a point that one doesn't work again, you want to get something higher. So please, let's take note of that. We also have issues of breach of trust amongst our students. Students are fond of maybe borrowing money or academic material from their fellow students and give them dates to repay back or to return those things, and they never did. And we have a lot of such cases in our office. So we encourage you to, the Dean of Student Affairs has spoken to you about integrity. Integrity means that your word is your bond. If you say you are going to return something tomorrow, do well to return it. Then we also have issues of where courtesan is coming in the environs, in colorations that you won't look at them as courtesan, because ABU has been able to fight courtesan to its minimal level. And we can say we have zero courtesan on campus. But this is what they are doing. They come around, especially when freshers enter like this. They organize parties like Halloween party, all kinds of parties, you know them. And in the process, they try to initiate some of our students. And bad enough, some students already have court affiliations from their secondary schools or wherever they did their A-level. And so please be warned, ABU has zero tolerance for courtesan. We have done it before. They were around, we fought them to their knees. And if you have any affiliation with it, the better thing for you to do is to disassociate with them. And if you are being invited for any party, please verify the organizers of those parties, because it may be a trick to lure you into courtesan, so that you don't have anything to do with it, because it can make you graduate earlier than you have planned. You understand? And the bad thing is that they will blacklist you. No university in Nigeria will give you admission. You can be sure of that. That's a policy from the NUC. And we also encourage our students. These are the major issues that we have on campus. Issues of hypnotism also. Somebody walk up to a student and say, you have a bright future, but some people want to kill you. Some of them may even call your father's name and your mother's name. And while you respond to them, you lose your consciousness sort of, and they dispossess you of your valuables. It is when they are gone that you recover your consciousness. It has been so bad that they have sent a lady to go, after collecting her own phones and laptop, they asked her to go home and bring her mother's phone and her father's phone. And these are handsets of high price, high value, 800,000, 500,000. But luckily for her, the father was around, and he was able to detect that this was not normal. And that's how they saved her. So please, if anybody comes to you asking, maybe telling you, he want to pray for you, he want to do this with you, direct them to the security division immediately. You understand? Or call somebody to go and call the security for you to come and bundle that guy. You understand? Then we also encourage our students not to welcome strangers into their rooms, whether you are in the hostel or you are off campus. The student affairs, I was talking about it yesterday, the dean was not even around. ABU has a very accommodating system that if you are a stranger, they can even provide, if you are genuinely here for a course and you are stranded, between the ABU security, the student affairs, arrangements will be made for your accommodation. So don't feel too sympathetic and admit a stranger into your room, and at the end of the day, it becomes a story that touches. You understand? Because we have had situations where students admit strangers into their rooms just to go and have their bath and come back. The stranger made away with their valuables, laptops, phones, and all whatnot. So at any point that any stranger approach you as such, please direct them to the security services. Then we also encourage our students to be security conscious all day. It used to be that they will tell you be security conscious during the night, but in our generation, all 24 hours, 7 days, be security conscious. By doing that, walk safe. There's a way you walk safe. Don't walk unguarded, don't walk carelessly, and don't walk as if you are presenting yourself as a living sacrifice for attackers. You understand? Brace up yourself, and you know where you are going. You are not just walking aimlessly, and focus and walk through the path. And we encourage our students that if you need to walk a lonely path, please get a partner. Don't walk alone through lonely paths. Don't go to unlit areas. The university management is trying its best to lit the entire campus, but we know the situation with the country due to lean resources. There are still some dark spots on campus. So please ensure that you don't go to such spots, and also don't go to unguarded areas. AB is a very large expanse of land that there are some places, no matter what, our manpower cannot reach. And so some of you love nature, you want to go and explore. Please don't go to unguarded areas. I hope it's going down well with you. And we also encourage our students that when you board this tricycle, Keke Marua, please be security conscious, because between here and Kwangila, we have experiences of them snatching people's phones, doing pickpocket and all of that. So please be security conscious while you make your movement within and outside the campus. And if you need to travel maybe to Kaduna, to Abuja, or wherever, please, we encourage that you board from designated bus stops. Don't just hitchhike and you go and enter one chance. I hope all of you know what they call one chance. It also exists in Zaria, especially between Damagaji and Jaji. You understand? So please mind the kind of cars that you enter. Then on social media security is a thing of your generation, but we encourage our students to be security conscious even while you are interacting on social media. Ensure that you don't let too much information about yourself on social media, because some people, just as they are studying their own work, they are surfing the internet looking for mugus. If mugu fall, they will chop. Abi? So don't go and fall mugu for them. Be low-key on social media. Abi? Then ensure that you do enough security protection on your social media platforms. There is what they call two steps verification. Please ensure you do all this, because they may through your own platform and penetrate ABU platform. You understand? So ensure that you do all these things and get strong passwords for your devices. And we encourage our students that as much as you make friends on social media, don't accord any invitation to a private venue for somebody you met on social media. This goes for both male and female. Where the female especially, don't allow anybody, don't accord any invitation. You met a guy on social media and the guy says you should meet him up in his private room or in a hotel room. No, don't do that. Rather, the guy should come to you in ABU if you must meet FTF. The guy should come to you in ABU. You can sit in the social center. You can sit in the love garden. You can sit anywhere. While you are sitting there and discussing, of course, the guy cannot do any harm. And if you want to be untoward, there are people you can raise alarm and people will reach out to you. But while you are in a hotel room with the guy or in his private room, the room may be soundproof. So if the guy wants to do anything cynical and you are shouting, nobody will hear nor come to your rescue. We have had cases before. That's why we are encouraging you to learn from the experience of others. In those days, they say experience is the best teacher, but these days we say learning from other people's experience is the best teacher, because your own experience, you may not come out of it alive. You get? Then we also encourage our students to ensure, in terms of financial security, ensure you keep just enough cash that is needed per time. Don't keep too much cash with you. It attracts the bad guys. And when you are visiting the ATM, please be wary of your surrounding. Don't let your guard down, and don't accept unsolicited assistance on the ATM stand. And we also encourage our students, do not give out your bank app pins and your ATM pins to people you cannot vouch for. And we also encourage our students to avoid getting entangled with these fraud activities that's going on among the youth population. They call it Yahoo, Yahoo, Yahoo Plus, Yahoo Plus Plus. Some of you came here to do your studies and not to pick. If you want to pick here, we are going to pick you. You are hearing me? So if you have that intention, please just forget about it and focus on your study. And also, don't let your greed make you fall victim for them. Because what they do mostly is that they will flash something before you that is juicy. Then maybe you want to use your monthly upkeep or your school fees. And another one that we are also facing now is the issue of gambling. Students will come and use their school fees to gamble, bet Naija, and all of that. If they're having the intention that they want to double the money, and when they pay their school fees, they will have some money with them, but those money never came back. So please, don't use your parents' money to gamble. And we also encourage our students, finally, to avail us useful information. We are security officers, but we cannot work without information. So what we encourage our students to do is to ensure that you come to an environment, now know the proper things, the normal things that happen in the environment. If you know the normal things that happen in the environment, you'll be able to detect when there's abnormality. So, and the moment there's any abnormality, whether it's a strange face, whether it's a strange movement, whether it's strange happening, you get to us and give us information. We have phone numbers that we'll share with you. And these phone numbers are working 24 hours, 7 days. I'll give it to the MC and he will share it with you. As time goes on, they may put it on the screen for you to copy, both the fire service and the security emergency number. And as for fire safety, we encourage our students to ensure that you don't leave your appliances on when you are leaving your room. And please don't do your cooking unattended. If you know you are fatigued and nature will call, it's better you take a nap, sleep, wake up, and start your cooking. Because you have had situations where a student will be cooking and slept off, and the next thing is fire. And please, the moment there's anything of fire, please call for help. Don't form macho and go and enter back. Just run out of the room and call for help. That's the fire drill that we know. And also, for fire extinguishers, if you are somewhere where fire extinguisher is close to you, I'm sure they demonstrated during the general orientation, but don't forget the word pass. That word pass means that you pull, there's a pin, you pull the pin, you aim at the fire, you squeeze, and you sweep. That is, if the fire is here, don't just hold it and you swing it like this, you sweep, you understand? So always remember the word pass as it concerns fire. So once again, I want to especially welcome every one of you to ABU. ABU is one of the best universities in Africa. You are privileged to be here, and you have always heard that ABU is always ahead. The reason why we are always ahead is that we are all stakeholders in making ABU to be ahead. For you now, you have come to do your studies, but you are also a security stakeholder now, because security is a collective responsibility. So what we encourage you to do is first and foremost be law-abiding. When you are law-abiding, we will have less of issues. Then second of all, avail us useful information. If you see anything, even if it's your fellow students that you people have these slangs that this guy will not pure. If you know somebody whose way is not pure, come to us before the guy will go and organize and you also fall victim. You get what I'm saying? So that we can handle that person properly. We are not going to do anything harmful. We'll just investigate and ensure that what the guy is doing is not harmful to himself, to his fellow students, and to the university at large. Then you can be rest assured that your identity will be protected if you give us such information. But generally, we encourage you to give us information that are useful. And that's why I leave you with this mantra that if you say something, if you see something, say something and do something. We are adding do something now because some of you will see a scene, an incident taking place. Instead of rescuing life, you are rather taking pictures and video. Please, rescue life first. You get. So once again, I want to encourage you to be security conscious, be law abiding, and continue to give us useful information. And we are praying that God will grant you a successful endeavor and you come out with flying colors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, the representative of the acting chief security officer of the university. Vice Chancellor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our students, our proud freshers, you will agree with me that today the security services has equipped you enough, like he said, to say something. I mean, if you see something, you should say something, even do something. You are equipped for that. Please put your hands together for him. With your kind permission, sir, I would like to invite one of our staff from the technical wing of the Public Affairs Directorate who is going to share any information with the student. You have 2 minutes to do that, just 2 minutes. Then we'll take on the brief remarks by the faculty representatives. What about the numbers, sir? The phone numbers?
Good morning, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. Being represented by the Dean Student Affairs, the Dean Faculty of Life Science, other deans, directors, and head of departments. We just want to use an opportunity to reiterate one of the points pointed by the acting chief security officer about the social media. Ahmadu Bello University Zaria is very active on all social media handles. All the social media handles, the university is very, very active there. On the screen, we have a barcode for the YouTube channel of the university. This program is being covered live together with all the programs of the university. The central orientation was covered live. You can go there and watch in case if you miss it. There are a lot of presentations that were presented during the central orientation. This current orientation is being covered live. You can, we just want to use a minute or 2 minutes. Please, everybody should bring out his phone, scan the QR code. I just want to urge the item, please, in case maybe if some of them maybe have not subscribed to the channel of the university. If you scan the QR code, it will directly take you to the YouTube channel of the university. And all you are expected is to subscribe to the channel, click on the bell notification for all programs that are going to be taking place henceforth. You'll be notified. There are a lot of things. We have closely 300 videos there. You can go and watch the videos. And on other platforms, we have, I don't know whether we can display, we have Facebook account for the university. All the pages, all the channels, handles are on the process of verification. The blue tick. It's only our Twitter, our X handle that is verified. For Facebook, the account for the Facebook is www.facebook.com/ABU for all, ABU Zaria for all. That is for Facebook account of the university. For Twitter is x.com/ABU Zaria for all. For LinkedIn, linkedin.com/Ahmadu Bello @Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. For TikTok, tiktok.com/@Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. I think I'm correct, cool? Then for the YouTube channel is youtube.com/@Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. Please note that these information are very, very vital. Our channels, our handles, our pages are always active. In fact, we have 24 hours content. A lot of our things are the bulletins, information, and almost everything. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow our YouTube. We want to have 10 million followers between now and first quarter of the year, and we can do that using our dear student. We congratulate you for being admitted into the university, the greatest university, and we want our channels. The channels, handles, and the pages help the university in the ranking in the world ranking campaigns. Please make sure you subscribe and share to your fellow ones. Thank you very much and have a nice day in the university.
Thank you. You have to blow your own trumpet. If you can't blow it, no one will blow it. Because others are busy blowing theirs. So public affairs have blown on trumpet, and I would like the Vice Chancellor to acknowledge that we are able to stand in to organize this as our ability to stand in for the registry, our registry. The representation from the registry is not here. Thank you very much. May I quickly, you have only 3 minutes, please, for brief remarks from the faculty representative. I'm starting by the ABU SRC faculty representatives. Just say your name and make brief remarks, very brief. 3 minutes.
Thank you very much. Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Adamu Ahmed, represented by our daddy, the Dean Student Affairs Division, Professor Sahal B. Junaid, our Dean of the Faculty of Environmental Design, Professor Abdullah Abubakar, the Acting Chief Security Officer, the Director of the Counseling and Human Development Center, our Dean of the Faculty of Life Sciences, the Deputy Dean, Assistant Dean, our able head of departments present here, our able departmental leaders present here, our distinguished guests, my fellow students. Due to the time factor, I have a message to the new students. So I'll just read it out. I titled this message, Legacy We Build. Winston Churchill once famously said, "We shape our buildings, thereafter they shape us." To the freshers, welcome. Welcome to the Faculty of Environmental Design, crown jewel, and undeniably the richest faculty in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. I want you to take a moment to look around you in this hall. You are here because you earned it, and you are here because you are part of an elite community. Being a student in this faculty is a privilege, not a right. Thousands of qualified students apply, but only a select few are chosen to step through these doors. Do not take this opportunity for granted. In this faculty, leadership isn't just a title, it is an act of stewardship. When you become a designer, you are not just drawing lines, you are determining the quality of human life. Your work will influence how people will interact, how communities function, and how environment sustains us for generations. That is a massive responsibility, and it starts now. There is a tradition in this faculty that goes beyond the drawing boards and models. Environmental design students at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, are known for something even more important than their technical skills. They are known for their decency and for their deep sense of respect. Respect for your peers, respect for your lecturers, and respect for the space you occupy. That is the standard we set. Remember, the work you do here is only half the battle. The other half is how you carry yourselves when you step outside these walls. You are the standard bearers of this university, whether you are in the studios, in the library, or out in the wider community of Zaria and Nigeria as a whole. You are a representative of this faculty. My challenge to you is to be good and proud ambassadors of this faculty. This faculty and Ahmadu Bello University in every single place you find yourself. When people see you, they should know exactly where you come from. Not just by the quality of your work, but by the quality of your character. So as you start this journey, remember that the degree is the goal, but the impact is the mission. Don't just learn the tools, learn how to use them to solve problems that actually matter to our society. Be the students who contribute, who respect, and who excels. Finally, the road ahead is demanding, but you are more than capable. You belong here. Now let's hold ourselves to the standard and let's work together towards that. Once again, on behalf of the Ahmadu Bello University Student Representative Council, I humbly welcome you to the Faculty of Environmental Design and also the greatest university in sub-Saharan Africa. Thank you very much.
Hey, I'm surprised how you're putting hands together, but you are being biased because it's yours. Okay, it's allowed. It's not allowed. Quickly, the President Environmental Design Student Association. Please try to be brief. 3 minutes. Even if you have a drafted speech, please down to summarize it.
Good day, everyone. English. Due to time, please permit me to stand on the existing established protocol. Today is not just an orientation. It is beginning of something special. Let's be honest. I am overwhelmed. This is an opportunity that I myself do not get it. You are here in front of our professors. Those are people with a lot of degrees, PhDs, masters, and diplomas. And you are opportune to receive a lecture from them. So I think I don't need to even say a lot here. I would just like to act logical. So I don't know if I can get TV on. TV. Our father have said something. We should be conscious about our time management. It's not from our faculty, but yes, this is one of our greatest issues, time management. Let's be honest, we are faculty of skills, creativity, and assignments. Everyone is battling with his or her. I'm sure more than 70% of us here have either pending tests or pending assignment to submit deadlines. So with proper time management, that's the only way that we can succeed in this faculty. And then ask questions. You cannot move forward in this faculty without asking questions. And read beyond your notebooks, make good friends. And just as our father also said, have plans, have clarity of purpose. To be honest, all of you, the new students, are first-class students. All of you are first-class students. It is just left for you to decide. And don't be deceived by someone telling you that you are not capable of. Don't be deceived. I know so much people that tell me I'm not capable of standing here. And here I am. So I would like to encourage you of having plans on clarity of purpose. Whenever I say this clarity of purpose, people used to misunderstand me. But I would like to just have a quick practice here. Please, I want you to tell me how many red colors have you seen in this picture? How many red colors? 5. Okay. How many green colors? Fine. So that is the purpose. Your attention is all on those red. You just want to figure out the assignments. Because your brain already tells you this is the thing you are looking for. So you just go for it. You do not mind on seeing other things. So if you are not after the first class, I'm telling you the truth, it will not come by accident. If you're not after the success, I'm telling you the truth, it will not come by accident. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, our dignitaries here are all here, not big. They did not wake up and just find themselves there. They planned it. Wallahi. I planned it before I stand here before you, before I have that opportunity. You also plan it before you achieve admission into this school. So I also urge you that, please, today, when you go back to home, plan it. Tell yourself that this is what I want to achieve, and I must achieve it. That is the only way forward. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
I will reserve my comment. I will not say anything. Yes. May I quickly invite on the faculty orientation officer, Malam Balarabe A. Hussein, to also give his. So please, tell me, we just have 3 minutes, sir, please.
Good afternoon, the Vice Chancellor, sir, ably represented by the Dean Student Affairs Division, in person of Professor Saleh Junaid. Permit me to stand on the already established protocol, sir. Thank you very much. And good afternoon, all. My dear students, good afternoon. Let me quote what the Vice Chancellor said during the central orientation exercise. He said, out of 39,239 students that applied for admission into Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, only 10,054 students got admission into the university. So congratulations to you. And I also want you to look at your partner sitting close to you and also said congratulations to him or her. So that was very good. Apart from being admitted into Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, you should also count yourself lucky to be admitted into Faculty of Environmental Design. It is a privilege that you are not supposed to take it for granted. And I would like to say that today marks the beginning of an exciting academic and professional journey of your career. You have entered a discipline that shapes space, influence human existence, and also contributes meaningfully to sustainable development. And the Faculty of Environmental Design is not only about creativity and aesthetic. It's about critical thinking, and like the Dean also said, it's also about social responsibility. And throughout all this journey of your academic in Faculty of Environmental Design, you are going to be trained to be a real world solver of problems. And by this, I would like to encourage each and every one of you to be disciplined and also to be innovative in all your academic journey. I would also like to encourage you also to cultivate curiosity and also cooperation, alongside also with resilience in all your academic activities. And also, like other speakers said, you should try as much as possible to take your assignments diligently, and let it also serve as an opportunity for you to grow in your field of studies. And once again, I would like to welcome you to the Faculty of Environmental Design, and I also wish you a successful academic journey in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, and also in the Faculty of Environmental Design. So thank you very much and wish you all the best.
Thank you for keeping the time. Now to the head of department. May I begin by inviting the head of department of architecture, Dr. Jibo Oleya. Sir, 3 minutes.
Good afternoon or good morning still. The Vice Chancellor, represented by the Dean of Student Affairs, all the deans present here, our heads of departments, and fellow students, and our students. I'm here to represent my HOD, although he's in present here quite all right, but he has a cold, so he can't, really talk. You're all welcome. This orientation, of course, started right from the central orientation, and here we are at the faculty level. A lot has been said, and the orientation is for you to know how to behave in and within the university. It's for you to know what to do such that you graduate in flying colors, just as how other speakers, have said. So I will employ all of you to ensure that you are good ambassadors of your parents. Your parents have trust in you and have sent you to come down to acquire knowledge. So please try to ensure that you acquire the right knowledge that you are being sent here to come and acquire. Avoid having, bad influences. Some of you are leaving your homes for the first time. Some of you have been under your parents, and now you think you have the free hands to do what you feel like doing. But always know that you are representing your parents in Ahmadu Bello University, such that your parents will be proud of you at the end of your degree. For all of you, some of you have 4 years for their program, while some may have 5 years. Please ensure that you stick by that time, because if you don't finish at the right time, you end up having problems achieving your dreams. So I welcome all of you to Ahmadu Bello University and Faculty of Environmental Design. And I believe after this orientation, we will still go down to the department to still, give you orientation on what you should be doing in your department, and as well how to achieve the first class. Because I believe all of you here are all aiming for first class. Am I right? Am I right? The answer is not too clear. Are you all aiming for first class? Fine. So by the time we go to the departments, you will be giving orientation on how you can achieve this first class. And it's very simple. Just like one of you said, time management is key. Time management is key. Once you are given an assignment, ensure you do it at the right time. Once there's a class, try to be there before the lecturer. Do not, at any point in time, be late for lectures. And in Ahmadu Bello University, attendance for classes is mandatory. Before you are eligible to write examination, you must attend at least 75% attendance. So if you fail in that, automatically you are giving yourself extra year. And I don't think that is the portion of any of you here. So you are all welcome to Ahmadu Bello University, and I wish you success. Thank you very much.
Thank you. May I now call on the head of the Department of Building, Professor Eddie Aziz, ably represented by Professor Dadu.
Thank you very much, MC. I'm sure I won't take up to 3 minutes because I'm only a messenger. And I want to present the message from my able head of department. He apologized for not being here personally. He's chairing a committee on curriculum review, and the major report is being discussed now. He said, I should tell the dean and the vice chancellor that he loves you all. Please accept that. He loves you all, and the dean knows that he does not keep up from activities. So that is the message. But when there's a messenger always takes time to say his own message. And my message to the student, it will go directly to students who are not students of building. Those who are students of building, if you are not proud of this building, then you have no business being here. I entered this building first time in 1977. Just you students, calculate where you were at that time. When we did our orientation for the School of Basic Studies, 1977 too. And I look at this building, it was very big. But if you look at it that it's not big, then you should go somewhere else. Because ABU, we don't go about saying we are big. An elephant doesn't say he's a giant. But I want to add something. I will just steal a little fraction from the Vice Chancellor and the Dean, that you can be anything. So I will just take on that on 30 seconds. I standing here, I graduated from building in 1981. And I have had the privilege of being the MD of Nigerian Film Corporation. Did I read film? The only qualification was that I read building in Ahmadu Bello University. When Mr. President was told that the man we are bringing, he is not a filmmaker, he's not into any of those sciences, he said, he finished from what university? When they told Mr. President that he finished from AB, he said, oh, he can do it. That's all my message. Thank you very much.
If you believe you can do it, please put your hands together for you. So that is just the message for you. Next, quickly and responsibly too, may I call on the head of Department of Fine Art, Professor S.I. Chafi.
And the Vice Chancellor, ably represented by Professor Sahalu, also the Dean of Students Affairs, the Dean of the Faculty of Environmental Design, all head of departments, and all other professors here present, and then the bloody students who have just come into ABU Zaria. You know why I call you bloody students? Please, if you are in 100 level, raise your hand. 100 level. Okay, new 200 level students. Direct entry students, 200 level. Okay. You know why I'm doing this? Because of your responses to all these great ABU students, all these are very, very low. From there, I know that all of you are bloody jambitos. So, you are all jambitos. You are not really oriented into into 38. And that makes this program look like a funeral service. No shouting, no laughter, nothing. Haba, as if you are not youths. Okay, let me go to the main, even though I have just 3 minutes. Don't know who organized this thing. You don't know how important a head of department is. Give me just 3 minutes. Oh. I want to, there's almost nothing that has not been said, but I still have to say something because I'm a teacher. There is the issue of discipline and respect for elders. I have been pushed aside by many students before on the corridors, on walkways, simply because they don't see me in their lecture halls. It's very, very wrong. You should be very careful when you see somebody like me, whether you have seen me in your class or not. I'm your teacher. You understand this? If you find yourself not only in the faculty, if you find yourself in the Faculty of Education, Life Sciences, Physical Sciences, even Congo, anywhere you find yourself, once you see someone older than you, old enough to be maybe your father, greet that person. You know how I discover students that are not fine art students? When I meet with them by the staircases and near my department office, they don't greet me. And that is how I identify students that are not fine art students. I will simply catch you and claim that you have come to steal from fine art department. Conduct yourself. ABU is character and learning, not just learning. Character and learning. Please, anytime you see an elder coming across, do like this. Allow the elder to pass. Do you understand? Okay, that is one. Security consciousness. A lot of things have been said about security consciousness. Please, I want to say that don't even accept to even invite somebody online to come and see you on campus or anywhere. Because the next step is, after the person has paid his own visit, he will invite you to go to his own. You know, things start little gradually, right? By the time you go, His Spirit only knows what will happen. God knows what will happen. Please don't even entertain anybody calling you or coming to see you. You are here for what? You are here for studies and nothing else, right? It takes me to what to say to you next, which is facing your studies. All of you here have paid thousands of naira to be here. You did a lot of things and even paid money. After you got admitted, you were subjected to all sorts of queues everywhere to go and pay money. So I don't know what kind of person you consider yourself after paying all that money. Then you idle yourself in the social center or in the sculpture garden or somewhere not reading your books or not doing your work. First, you have cheated your parents who got that money to give you. That is one thing. Secondly, you are not conscious of what you are here for. After collecting all the money, then you are not entering the library. You are not using the sports facilities. You are not entering the lecture theaters. You are not attending lectures. Then what kind of person are you? If you go to the market and you give money to somebody who is selling rice, would you collect the rice or not? You will collect the rice. So why would you come here, pay all the monies, and then you refuse to derive, from all the things you have paid for? You have the stadium is there for you. The sick bay is there for you. There are some of you who say they don't want to go to sick bay, but you have spent money, you have paid for it. You have to go there. If the need arises, please do so.
okay? Enter the library, whether you want to read books or not, enter the library and read any book. You are justified because it is your money that you paid. You understand? If you check the faculty, you will see that the Fine Art building is the most beautiful building in that faculty. And that building has been there since around 1957. 1957. I was not born that time when it was created. It was a gift from the British government to Ahmadu Bello University. I know that is why it attracts a lot of people from architecture, building, you know, QS and the rest, and even engineering. Please, when you come you are welcome to Fine Art Department. You can come and take a lot of electives from us. We are free, okay? Come and take electives. But it's not too difficult, but it is difficult. So don't think you can just have a picnic when you come to Fine Art Department. You will walk, you have to study, right? Especially our practical courses. For architecture, we have landscape drawing, we have landscape painting. For all other students, we have, you know, basic design courses, right, that you can benefit from. Any course that is related to what you are doing, come and take it in Fine Art Department. I assure you will be happy with it, right? Then, finally, I would like to say that you have to really concentrate on what brought you here. Do you understand? Do you understand? You are still behaving as if you have come for a funeral ceremony. Say yes. Thank you very much.
Next is the head of Department of Geometrics, Professor S. Azua. The Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Dean of Student Affairs, permit me to stand an existing protocol. Afternoon to all members of the High Table, and good afternoon, students. A lot has been said this morning up to this afternoon, but permit me to talk about just a few things. The first is that it's not easy to be a student in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, and for you to be here, I want to see it's a very big privilege. So congratulations for coming to Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Secondly, I want to say that there's a big difference between university education and secondary education. In the secondary school, I remember there's a calendar, there is a timetable, and you also have people who have been given the mandate to enforce those calendar and timetable. For example, if there is time for 8 o'clock lectures and a student is roaming about outside, and the labor prefect sees that student, what do you expect? A cane. If a teacher sees you walking around when classes are going on, they will punish you for not being in the class when classes are going on. In the university, it's a different ballgame. The timetable is there, the calendar is there, everything has been given to you. It is left for you to manage it the way you want. If you want to go to school, to class, thank God for you. If you want to sit around and gist with friends, nobody's going to talk to you. If you want to do WhatsApp because you have social media free of charge, you can be doing your WhatsApping, Facebooking, TikToking, that's very fine. But at the end of the day, university has a system, assessment. Whatever comes out of your way, that's it. And that will determine whether you continue in this place as a student of this university or not. That's what we call probation in this university and also withdrawal. By that I mean, if a student is not able to maintain a CGPA of 1.00 for 2 semesters, that student will be placed on probation. The second, third time, you will be reminded. The fourth semester, if you maintain CGPA less than 1.02, you'll be withdrawn from the system. And once you're withdrawn, you are no longer a student of this university. The only thing you can do is to go back and write JAMB again, start all over again, and then you'll be given a chance to be here as a student. That means you have to take your being here very seriously. Time management, just like others have said. For you to become a decent, someone reasonable tomorrow, a leader, a professor, a doctor, a senator, president of the country, it starts from here. So if you don't manage yourself here very well, you will see those opportunities over there, but you will never attend them. So it depends on what you do with your time now. And that is why others have been emphasizing the use of your time, because nobody is going to monitor you. You're the monitor of your life. If you like, wake up and sleep in your hostels as long as you want. Lectures are going on. Nobody's going to wait for you. So at the end of the day, if you pass, fine. If you don't pass, we will see at the other end. So take your lectures, your assignments, your being here very seriously, and I'll tell you, the sky will be your limit. That's number two. The last thing I want to talk about is dress code. How many of you like the way I dress? You see my clothes? Is it expensive? No, it is not. But it's all about packaging. Simple. I wash my clothes neatly, I iron it properly, and I dress up and I came to school. Anybody that sees me on the way because of the way I appear, that person will respect me. There is no office I will step into that they will not listen to me. They will give me listening ear because I appear decently. So if you appear decently dressed, anybody that sees you will want to listen to your problem. But if I have come, my shirt is haggard, my chest open, my trousers unkept, and I enter your office, you will send me out of your office. That person will send me out of the office. You don't even want to listen to me because I'm not responsible. And that's why you have a slogan, the way you dress is the way you will be addressed. So make sure you keep yourself very neat anywhere, anytime you're coming out, iron your clothes, make sure they're very neat, and then go to your class. Don't be wearing clothes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday without washing them because you're in the midst of so many people. If you are in the midst of people and your clothes are smelly, who don't want to associate with you? So make sure you're very clean all the time, and anywhere you go to, people will respect you. So I wish you a happy stay in Ahmadu University and success at the end of the day. Thank you.
No wonder the clapping is raising on and on and on. Of course, it is sincerely fatherly and academic too. Next is the head of Department of Glass and Silicate Technology, Dr. Yakubu Abdullahi.
Good afternoon, everybody. The representative of the ABC, the Dean of the Student Affairs, and all protocols observed. I want to speak on just two issues. The two issues are, one, as the earlier speakers have spoken, if you want to earn a first class, you have to start from today. Yes, you cannot change the class of your degree in your final year. Those are the experiences we have had from students. Most of them in their final year, they want to tell you that, sir, I want to get a 2-1. How can I manage to get a 2-1? Meanwhile, it's somewhere around third class. I always tell them, sorry, you cannot change your degree, your class of degree, in your final year. So if you, whatever degree, class of degree you want to earn, this is the time to start. And secondly, just as the saying goes, you are here to get, when you are given a degree, you are told you are being awarded a degree based on character and learning. The character component has to do with the fact that for you to be whole in the university system, you have to read notices. Those notice boards you see, they are not for fun. You get a lot of knowledge, what you will not be taught in class. You get them from public places. That is why even watching the television, watching the news is part of education. Okay? It's part of what makes you. So reading only your professional course alone doesn't make you a whole. doesn't make you a university graduate per se. Okay, because your wider knowledge outside your risk scope of knowledge is what makes you the human being. So I think based on these two, these are just the two items I want to just tell us about. One, your class of degree. Secondly, the knowledge you get outside your main course. And you get most of them from reading notice boards within the university campus. You get a lot of education from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that very rich presentation, very short and precise, but rich. Next is the Head of Department of Industrial Design, Dr. A.M. Ahmadu.
Allow me to stand on existing protocols. First of all, I wish to congratulate you to Ahmadu Bello University. Congratulations. When I sat down, I was given the agenda, and I have seen that HODs will have to say something that will impact the successful living of the new student in campus. I thought of how or what to say. Each time somebody talk, will go with a certain percentage of what I intended to say. So at the end, I was left with nothing to say. But that doesn't mean I do not have more to say. We will meet at the department. But nevertheless, I say, okay, let me sum up of all the things that have been said by the people that have spoken before me. Number one is to be well conversant with the school law. Professor Sahalo has talked of the student handbook available on Ahmadu Bello University portal. You should read it. Read it in such a way that you should be able to distinguish green from among other colors. Read it carefully, because students used to come to the head of department or the examination officer with problems that the solution of the problem is in the handbook. So you should be able to read them. And then secondly, a lot of things have been said as I have said it. You should be dedicated. In being dedicated, definitely you should have aim. That is what you want to achieve for being in the campus. You should be able to know how you will hold your bow and arrow and how you will release it to meet the target. And then lastly is for you to seek for God guidance. Thank you for listening.
Another wonderful one. So next is the Head of Department of Quantity Surveying, Professor P.G. Chindo. Thank you very much. The Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Dean of Student Affairs, my Dean, and the Dean of Faculty of Life Science, my dear colleagues on the high table, and those seated in the front seat and elsewhere. Students, good afternoon. I want to start by saying that now that you are here, what next? I want to tell you a bit of my own story. I remember when I first came to ABU as a remedial student, I think in 1992. For the first time, I enjoyed freedom. No mother, no father to check where I was and what I was doing. When I came here, I made a few friends. Some of them were friends back at home. And of course, we enjoyed the beautiful environment. I didn't realize that we have made, then we used to call it heights. We're enjoying going to heights. We enjoyed the freedom of going to see our friends in their hostels. But like most other people said, most other speakers emphasize on issue of time management, focus, and your decision in terms of what you want to finish with and the kinds of friends you make while on campus. I didn't know that I did not give emphasis to those things until the first semester. At that time, we were told that as remedial student, there was no first semester exams. So we're enjoying ourselves. That library, we are not going there. Rather, we're going to Heights, we're going to Akenzwa, we're going to Amina. We're enjoying ourselves. After the first semester exams, because it started as rumor, then it became reality, and the exams held. You see, a good student will know from the very day you finish, the time you finish exams, whether you have passed or you have failed, you will know. I started shivering because I knew what I did, particularly maths. I knew what I did. Immediately we finished exams, I remember what someone said, and that was the reason why I said, now that you are here, what next? I remember that a friend told us that one of our friends back at home said to him that all these ones that were doing Shakara that will have become ABU students, that will go and come back and meet them at home. I don't know if you understand the implication that you are going to be a dropout and you will go back home and meet them. From that day, I told my friends, I said, from today, whether I have lecture in the morning or no lecture, 8 o'clock, I will be out of my room. I will be in the library if there is no lecture. If I enter lecture and finish, if it is not 12 o'clock, I will not go back to the room, I will go back to the library. Heights, Akenzwa, and the rest, no going area. At the end of the remedials, I think that was the time that ABU had one of the largest admission ever, because we were told by our lecturers that the population was so high. I think we were more than 5,000 at that time. And it was said that ABU cannot accommodate all of us. So we kept expecting with so much anxiety at home. One day, a lecturer from ABU was in my friend's house, and he said, results will be out very soon. Admission, rather, will be out very soon. But so many people will not be admitted. And when I visited my friend, he told me the story. Then I told my friend, I said, I'm sure that I will be among the first, even if it is, I think I said 1% of the students that will be admitted, I will be amongst. And he looked at me and said, why are you so confident? He said, I knew what I wrote. But how did I get there? From that very decision that day. And I'm telling you frankly, take a decision today, what you want to graduate with. If you decide to take it casually, you may come to the office someday crying and saying, what can I do to at least graduate with a 2-2? My senior colleague, my mentor, used to say that, don't aim to graduate with 2-2, because if you don't get 2-2, you may either finish with third class or pass. Aim to graduate with first class. If you are not able to get first class, you may get 2-1. If you are not able to get 2-1, most likely you will settle on 2-2. I wish you the best. Thank you very much. very revealing, thought-provoking, and preparatory, as far as I understand. Please, another round of applause to the head of the Department of Quantity Surveying. Last but not the least, we are taking the head of Department of Urban and Regional Planning, Professor Y.A. Bununu, who is ably represented by Dr. J.O. Balogun.
Thank you, sir. Standing on the existing protocol. Good afternoon, sirs. Good afternoon, students. I'm standing here. I don't want to come here and be repeating what my senior colleague has said, but there are two things I want to put across to you here. One, my dean has told you that here in Ahmadu Bello University, it's a place you can acquire knowledge and discipline. But I want to add to that statement by saying, you acquire knowledge and discipline, you must be very, very close to your maker for him to direct your path and order your step aright. I want to stand by saying to you that all of us here, including the VC of this great university, we all passed through this stage as a student like you. But today, everybody can stand here to tell you one story about himself or herself. And I want to tell you that if you are so diligent, tomorrow you will stand as they are stand to tell story to other people that are coming behind you. See, Ahmadu Bello is a place that you can achieve or attain your opportunities if you make use of your time, just as they have said. But if you play with your time, the time will play with you later in the life. So it is now best for you to enhance and make best use of your time and get the best you needed to get. But above it all, please don't be far away from your God. Don't be far away from your Maker. Because it's the one that will direct you and order your step aright. And as you do so in this journey in Ahmadu Bello University, your step will be ordered aright as you desire it here. From today, I pray for you. But one thing you need to remember, you need to be diligent in whatever you are doing. Diligent, discipline, and be focused. Even though you are aim and first class, second class upper, second class lower, if you are not focused, if you are not disciplined, it is hardly you get whatever you desire to get. Or you must discipline yourself. Just as my last person that spoke before me, when I got admitted to Ahmadu Bello University some years back, into the Department of Urban and Regional Planning, I never had a single friend in my department. The only friend I had then was in geology. And there's a place we call a sea never dry in the chemistry department. That is where you will see me and this my friend. We will be there till around 2 a.m. reading our books. During exam period, when people are reading scatter, me, I don't used to read. It is my jotter, I will just be opening. I don't read again because I burned candles before that time. So I'm encouraging you as a student, if you want to attain that your goal, you start now. Don't wait and say, exam is tomorrow, exam is next week. Start now. And as you do so, believe in God, that is only God that can help you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And God will see you through in Ahmadu Bello University. I want to encourage you, please be focused and be determined. As you do so, you get whatever you desire to get. And this is a place that you can attain and achieve. Many presidents, many governors have passed through this stage you are today. Many professors have passed this stage you are today. And today they can stand to tell you story. I hope and I believe tomorrow you will tell a better story of yourself to other people if you do what is required of you. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. As if it was planned. Yeah, very conclusive. And he touched an angle that was never touched by anybody. Which angle is that? The spiritual angle, believing in God. Even in America, they say, in God we trust, in their currency. It wasn't ordinary. There was a challenge, and there was a reason for that. Please let us put our hands together for him. And Mr. Chairman, we are taking the goodwill message from Professor Mariam Aminu, who is the Dean Faculty of Life Science. He wants to check my name.
The Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Dean of Students Affairs, my neighbor, Dean of Environmental Design, who is always supporting me, the HODs on the table, other invited guests, our dear students. Good afternoon. I bring warm goodwill from Faculty of Life Sciences and from the Committee of Deans and Directors, of which I am the chairperson. I'm here to support my very, very supportive Dean, the Dean of Environmental Design, who also was here with us yesterday. Yesterday, Faculty of Life Sciences had our own orientation. It speaks great volume that amongst all the deans that we have, the Dean of Environmental Science never misses any invitation. All the activities we have in the Faculty of Life Sciences is always there to support me and to support all activities. So I want to say that to our new students, you are entering a faculty that will challenge your creativity and discipline your thinking. So many things have been said today concerning how you are going to survive in the faculty and how you are going to graduate with A. I heard the Dean of Students Affairs saying that you should start aiming for A's. I want you to promise me that during your graduation, it's not we will see A's, not C's, not even D's. I want you to promise that as he has advised you, you are going to have A's, and like others have said, you are going to graduate with first class. You are going to aim for first class, not for third class or 2-2. I want you to take your training very seriously. You have to build confidence. You have to build character, like Professor Shafe said, that when you see lecturers, when you see people along the corridor, greet them and respect them. You have to build a relationship across faculties. Just like the Dean, yesterday he told us that Faculty of Life Sciences is second home because his wife is from Faculty of Life Sciences. We want to see a situation that where you are going to build a relationship across faculty. The world you are preparing for demands collaboration, not isolation. So I want to say that you are going to enter a discipline that demands creativity, resilience, discipline, and teamwork. Your studio culture will stretch you, deadline will test you, critique will sharpen you. Do not stay away from the process. Growth rarely happens in comfort. When you are going to grow, you have to move away from your comfort zone so that you can excel. So I want to join others to welcome you to ABU, one of the greatest universities in Africa and the world, and to the Faculty of Environmental Science, when you have a crop of lecturers that are ready to guide you and support you so that you can graduate with flying colors. I want to welcome you and say congratulations, because it's not easy to gain admission into ABU. ABU is one of the best, and you will know by the time you graduate that you have passed through a faculty which is one of the best in ABU and one of the best universities in Nigeria. Congratulations and welcome.
Thank you. That was a good one. Now the technical session. May I quickly and responsibly invite the Assistant Dean, Faculty of Environmental Design, Dr. Aya Abbas Aliyu, to hold this technical session.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Vice Chancellor sir, ably represented by the Dean Student Affairs, Deans present, HODs present, student leaders, Public Affairs Directorate, and esteemed students, both returning and new students. I will do my best to make sure that this session is very brief because we've taken very much time. And before us, we have the technical session. A lot has been said by esteemed HODs and deans regarding what you should expect at the university. The emphasis of this presentation is to give you an overview of what you will expect within the faculty and departments at later period. The Faculty of Environmental Design has received multiple accolades, definition, and presentation. But in summary, I will define it as a dynamic academic division of the university that comprises of multi-related departments and subject area. Please, I will appeal that you take memory of this statement, multi-related departments and subject area. At the end of this presentation, I will go back to that. In the Faculty of Environmental Design, we have 8 departments. The first dean was appointed in 1974, even though we had programs that were established earlier than that. It has 8 departments, 10 undergraduate program, 41 postgraduate program, and 173 teaching staff, and then it has 68 non-teaching staffs. These are the details of the departments and the program when they were established. The Department of Architecture was established, the program was established in 1955, Department of Building 1970, Department of Fine Art 1955, just as the HOD has acknowledged. Department of Geomatics experienced multiple stages. The program established in 1990, it rephrased as a department in 1975, and then Department of Geomatics 2011. The glass and silicate technology was initiated in 1977, and then it revised in 2017. The Department of Industrial Design, from where the Department of Glass and Silicate Technology emerged, also introduced in 1977. The Department of Quantity Surveying also had its detail established, introduced in 1971, revised 1975 under the Department of Surveying, and then Department of Quantity Surveying in 2007. Then the Department of Urban and Regional Planning in 1972. In the Faculty of Environmental Design, it has an organogram in which we will appeal that the students follow appropriately. The head of the faculty is referred to as the dean, and the present dean is Professor Abdullahi Abakar. And under the deanery office, we have the deputy dean, the assistant dean, and the faculty officers. The deputy dean is tasked with undergoing postgraduate activities, while the assistant dean is tasked with undergraduate activities. And then the faculty officer, which I personally refer to as the permanent secretary, is tasked with undergoing or managing all activities related to administration. Now, within the faculty, we have 8 departments, which you can see signaled under the HODs. And we have 8 HODs, and then we have faculty staff members. The faculty staff members are categorized as administrative blue, teaching staff members that are categorized with those that have appointment in the faculty or at departmental level. And then we have our esteemed technical staff, which usually man the studio and the laboratories. Then we also have our esteemed students, which you are part of. We have the postgraduate highlighted in red, and then the undergraduate highlighted in green. Yes, the undergraduate program or the university, it's an academic environment, and majority of the activities are related to teaching and non-teaching based. For the undergraduate, the policy or directive of the university or the position of the university is usually communicated by the Director of Academic Planning, within which it directs communication to the faculty, to departments, and all these communications are expected to go across or within a timeline. And the timeline is guided by academic monitoring and quality assurance. I believe you've heard from multiple speakers where they talked about timeliness. Then the next item, to ensure that this timeliness is achieved, the university operates an academic calendar. And the academic calendar has the listed items. The admission exercise, which you've already passed, the resumption period you've passed, the registration exercise you've passed, matriculation, and presently we are at the orientation. Clearly, you've already started engaging in lectures, practical, and studio, which will deliberate more in the course of this presentation. Then we have the adult drop, we have breaks and public holidays, we have semester examinations, and then we have presentation of results. Now, for the concept of registration, please note this last item, course advisors and level coordinators. Course advisors and level coordinators. You've heard all HODs talk about how you want to get first class. How if things do not go where you drop to second class upper or second class lower. This will be achieved if you go by the advice of the course advisors and level coordinators, because these course advisors will guide you based on the courses you are supposed to register. Now, on the top, we have what we refer to as course registration form. As students, when you were admitted, you were told to register at the portal. Please, I want to appeal that when you do that registration, you are supposed to take those forms to the department. At the department, these forms are to be signed and put in your student file. The forms are to be signed and put in your student files. The emphasis of this documentation is for your own benefit. The emphasis is for your own benefit. And within those course forms, we have the following template. You have courses that you must register. In departments, they will refer to them as core courses or cognate. Then you have electives. Some departments have what we refer to as restricted elective, which you must attempt. But even if you fail it, the emphasis of the elective is for you to get additional experience outside your main discipline. So please take note that you are supposed to be guided by the core courses and the elective courses. That will be further explained at the departmental level. Then you also have lecture timetable. Mostly the university operates a system whereby lectures go within 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., depending on the schedule of the department. Then another key component is adult drop exercise. At the faculty, we have observed the misuse of this exercise. The emphasis of the adult drops is to ensure that if for any reason there is a mistake or there is a review, you are expected to adopt the approved period to conduct that exercise. But you find out that, like earlier speakers have said, you go to registration, you refuse to partake in it, and then in the long run, you now come back and one day to exam and start asking for the opening of portal. Please, as far as the university is concerned, there are guidelines and the calendar stipulates when the exercise should start and end. So please take note of this adult drop exercise, because in most cases, majority of the students usually key into that aspect. Then under the required credit units, as a full-time registered student, you are expected to have at least 12 credit units of registration and 24 credit units as the maximum per semester. Sorry, now for the semester examinations. Like I said earlier, the adult drop, yes, you are expected to undergo continuous assessment. These continuous assessments are pre-examination to help you evaluate yourself before the final exam. And then there's a component I highlighted in red. Just like the adult drop period, the deferment is usually a scenario that occurs, of within which we cannot take control. At that period or for deferment, you are expected to seek application to defer your studies. Now, the faculty guidelines stipulates, or the faculty policy is that for you to apply for deferment, it must be 4 weeks before the date of exam. And all academic calendars stipulate the date within which the exam is supposed to start. The emphasis or the reason for that policy is that we do not want a scenario where a student will come to school, spend over 3 months in school, and then wake up one morning and say, okay, I don't feel like writing exams, and then apply for deferment. So within that 4 weeks to exam, unless you provide a very valid case, you will not be granted that deferment. So, and in most cases, this deferment arises as a result of necessity. The ideal scenario is that for the student to come in 4 years and graduate 4 years, or 5 years and graduate 5 years. So when you hear a case of deferment, it's more like an emergency, and we want to appeal to members not to abuse the process. Next is examination management. Like I said, the department has 8 programs, and each of the programs have a duration period. And for that duration period, because you are all aware of that, I believe at this time, you also have what is referred to as the residency period. If you have a 4-year program, it means that you have 6 years to spend. After the 6 years, you'll be withdrawn from the system. If you have a 5-year program, it means you have 7.5 semesters. That is 7 years, 1 semester within which you are expected to finish the entire program. And the university, as already stated, has a grading system within which you operate from A to E. The A is 70 and above, B is 60 and 69, C is 50 and 59, D is 45 and 49, then E is 40 to 44. And then, God forbid, F is 0 to 39. So, and within the university system, like all speakers have said, there are procedures for sanctions and disciplinary measures, within which, God forbid, you are either warned, rusticated, or withdrawn. But I want to believe that the emphasis of this orientation exercise is to minimize that approach. And then finally, we have a presentation of exam results, within which after the exam, you're expected to see your results. And that is what will gauge and evaluate how you intend to achieve those first class that you've promised. Then in conclusion, the faculty goal is to ensure that admitted students graduate to the satisfaction of themselves, their families, and the society. In the long run, I want to thank you for listening. But if you recall, the first slide, I said what? A multi-related faculty. I believe that in the entire university, this is the only faculty that has 5 professional bodies that regulate its profession. So we want to appeal that you take this opportunity very well, and I want to thank you for your time. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Guess what? I'm one of the president of the environmental design, Faculty of Environmental Design, made a comment that he see you people as very lucky because he has not gotten this. Honestly, I thought he just made a statement, but I have no option than to key in what he said. I'm not trying to make pressing in, but there is at no time I have a program with Faculty of Environmental Design that I will not commend them. They are very supportive. Whatever they will do, whatever we want will be done. Whatever we want to do, consider it done. So please put your hands together to the presenter. And I want to tell you, as far as the orientation program is concerned, honestly, this is very, very educative and beneficial to the student. I also want to congratulate you for that. Now, the question and answer session. Mr. Chairman, how many questions do we take? Or do you take as many as possible? Now the financial literacy session, not answer, no question and answer. So I would like to invite the branch manager of the Guarantee Trust Bank, Abdul Fattah Jayola, to come and please make his presentation.
Okay. Let me just give you.
Can you do it quickly? I'm told you have 3 minutes. So.
It's compatible.
I know private sector people are very disciplined people. So yes, I know. I'm just trying to sit there and prepare you. Yeah, you have 3 minutes.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, the Deans of Faculties, Head of Departments, good afternoon. My name is Abdul Fattah. I'll be taking us through financial literacy. First of all, I want to say you've received numerous congratulations here. And then I just want to say something before I congratulate you. When I was interviewed to start job with Guarantee Trust Bank, there's supposed to be a final interview with a management staff. When I entered the interview room, I was welcomed. I entered. The interviewer said, "Which university did you attend?" I said, "Ahmadu Bello University." He said something, and I always remember and I cherish it so much. He said, "You can't attend Ahmadu Bello University and graduate with a second-class upper, and you are not intelligent. With this, I'm not going to hold any interview with you. Just go and get ready to be employed. Congratulations. Being in Ahmadu Bello University, I would just take us through financial literacy. There's no way you would be in this institution and then your finance should suffer. So finance is all about money. There's no way you will be in the university and that you will not need financial literacy. Okay, first of all, we'll be talking about budgeting. If you receive money from whom, you are supposed to budget. Your budgeting will look like this: 50% on your needs, 30% on your wants, and then 20% on your savings. Would encourage you to always save before you even start spending. For instance, if you